Yes, I assumed as much. It's about 10 to 9. It looks as though the PM has pre-recorded his interview for Insiders this morning. I had hoped to have a quick word with him. But no, the motorcade carries on. The BMW fleet. Bill Thompson for Outside Insiders. I came down this morning hoping I'd have a brief chance to chat with the PM as he was entering or leaving their ABC. I was waiting out the front at 8ish, I suppose, when the two-car motorcade flashed by in South Bank Boulevard, around the corner into Moore Street, so there was no chance to chat with him on the way in. And you've just seen what happened as the PM's minor motorcade was leaving. Apart from anything else, don't let any politicians lecture you on your part in protecting the environment and reducing human impact, because while you're doing what you can, they're swanning around in chauffeur-driven limos. I had hoped to congratulate Malcolm on relatively good economic circumstances for Australia at present. We've got about 5.5% unemployment. I think they're hoping for about 3% GDP growth in the coming year. Inflation, I believe, stands at about 1.8% annually, which is at the bottom end of the economists' expectations. So there are some people who are complaining about the lack of wage increases. Of course, that doesn't apply to CFMEU members and train drivers in New South Wales. But generally speaking, I don't think we're doing too badly. I also wanted to ask his view on the recent loss of cabinet documents which ended up in the custody of their ABC, and whether he thought that my view is that most people who find things that don't belong to them and who know who they in fact do belong to try to make some effort as soon as possible to return the property to the rightful owner. Of course, the ABC doesn't see that as their role. They apparently trawled through the document cache to see what they could come up with, and you'll all recall that the first major story they broke was an issue that the Abbott government did not include in the 2014 budget, which was roundly despised by the ABC and other usual suspects. So that was big news to the ABC, what the Abbott government didn't do in 2014. Then they turned their guns on Scott Morrison, and eventually they got around to I've forgotten his name, Kevin Rudd, who I gather is so incensed by their performance that he's suing them for defamation. So we'll see how that all works out for their ABC. But of course I didn't get a chance to talk to Malcolm because for most politicians, speaking with members of the public is just beneath their dignity, and they choose to swan around in chauffeur-driven luxury with armed security guards and enter and leave buildings via security entrances and exits, so that they don't have to deal with the hoi polloi. Bill Thompson for Outside Insiders.